because I don't think you ever stubbed your toe and like how like just words coming out of your mouth, or you know like in your face, and everyone's like, what's wrong, dude? It's your toe. They hurt. So I remember like walking in, you know, General plays with all toys. So I just remember walking at nighttime, you know, going to the restaurant, whatever, getting wild. I don't remember, but I stepped on something. I was like, ah! You know, it was me. I was a toy laying on the floor. You know, and it was a flip top, and I was even demorphed, and I kicked it. Jenny, you're leaving your toys laying around here, but yeah, it is pretty crazy to see that. But see, I don't think of myself like that. Like I don't think of an actor, and it's hard to watch it. When I watch TV, I don't really even think it's like me. It's kind of weird when you see the big screen.
Bobblehead, that's what I thought. Look, I got a White Ranger bobblehead. See this? Yeah. Ooh, what's going on?
The last one I got, I'm just curious about this. When you were filming the movie, when Ivan Ooze said, "Oh, the Power Rangers, wow."
Did y'all like busting out laughing during that?
Yeah, that was pretty funny, man.
That was like the most amazing part when I was watching. I was like, I like that guy.
Yeah. I busted a pin out. I'm like, are you serious? It's part of the script. It's part of the script. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I was in a backup room with tons of fighters, Eve Edwards and Todd Moore, and these guys are all pro fighters, and they were fighting on HDNet, and I was, you know, giving them money to work sponsorships and stuff, and I went back there, and Eve, you know, was like, man, you know how many people wanted to beat you up in this room at one point? And I was like, all right, cool. Y'all want to beat me up? I ain't paying you for sponsorship, I'm thinking, right? And so I walked out and I was like, what's up with these guys? You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, they used to watch a show. I said, I know, but what do they all want to beat me up for? He says, that's not what he said, man. I said, well, yeah, that was what he said. Man, you know how many people wanted to beat you up? But he said, man, you know how many people wanted to beat you at one point? Beat you, not beat up. So I was like, what? Oh, hey, thanks, man. That was my funniest story for that. Helmets and stuff like that, but when we would dress for events, we would not be in helmets. Like, and the stunt guys were not supposed to be seen with their helmets off because it would traumatize kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember Nardi was a fun guy, but I remember he were on set and the big rubber monsters. You got to dress them, you know what I mean? Like, you know how you guys are cosplayers. You know what to do, right? You lose weight sometimes to get into stuff. You guys, you know, use lube and spandex, whatever. You know how it is, right? And so you got to get in these suits, and they're just like, you know. And so kids would come to sets. They would come to set and watch us. You know, the stunt double helmets. So once it was over, the stunt guys would take their helmets off, and they're all Japanese. That's not Tommy, right? And they start like, and then the monsters would take their suits off, and they would just slip their suits off. So that the monsters were like, hey, so the guy behind the boat. And I remember looking at this going, guys, come on, there's kids here. And so that's why we weren't never supposed to be seen with our helmets on. I would be the Rainbow Ranger. Come on, guys. I'd probably be green, although I'm dressed in white, but I do got some green highlights. Just cut the suit in half, dude. Sew them together and just cut the suit in half. There's a good cosplay idea. Why don't someone do it? Take the Green Ranger, White Ranger helmet, put them together and be half green, half white. Post it on my page. That'd be awesome. Yes. Well, I was glad that they took me back because the Green Ranger and Megaforce, whatever the reason was, it didn't really make sense. I thought they'd be well, I was all the different Rangers. Megaforce was like, there's me over there. Look, I'm on the hill. There's me. But I'm glad it was the green because I do want to get that movie out. I don't care what people say. It's stupid. Separate from Power Rangers is just not the same thing as if all the originals aren't together. I got news for everyone. Sorry to disappoint you. All the originals and some of them can't fit in spandex. So what do you want to do? You want to see them running around in spandex? Sorry. I mean, there's, you know, first rule to go back to Megaforce. This is the truth. I got my sheet back. You know you're old when you hear these questions. You know, what's your weight? Blah, 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 blah. Can you fit into the suit? I was like, maybe a little bigger now. That's fine. And then, you know, what's the percentage of gray hair you have? I was like, I don't have very, very small. I was like, I don't know, 5%. Do you still have your real teeth? I'm not lying. It was like, what? Yes, still got real teeth. And the last question is, do you have any tattoos? And I was like, let's leave that blank. You know, and then so of course I went to wardrobe and Kevin's like, since Dino Thunder, man. You got any tattoos? Took my shirt off. Right there, man. There you go. All my tattoos. I never told my mom I had tattoos. I never told anybody in the Q&A. I hid them all on mom's sleeves. And my dad's got tattoos. And I was like, it's okay. Mom's like, let's just see your tattoos. I mean, and I was like, tattooed. I turned around, showed her all the tattoos, and my mom goes like this. Wow. That's beautiful tattoos. And you know when your mom's lying, you know what I'm saying, right? You know when your mom just kind of like, is that sarcastic, or what does it mean? And I was just like, that was fine. So I'm like, just get it over with. How you doing? And you know what? It's so weird because I don't have them. I don't have those right now. You know, I don't, and it's weird, I don't have those feelings. It's not like that. It's like, you know, I never wanted to grow up to be rich and famous. Having money causes problems. You become a target. Everybody thinks they want something. You become, and the whole fame thing, it's great, but you have to understand there's two sides of fame. You see, my brother was dying in the hospital, and the doctor called me into the room, which I thought was something very important. Like, can you come in the room real quick, you know? And I was like, yes. And he's like, can you sign these autographs for me? My kid, and I was like, man, I remember, honestly, I've never turned an autograph down, except one guy, I'll tell you later, but, and I remember signing the autograph, and I remember I was crying. I don't care, yeah, if you're crying, my brother was dying, I was signing it, and then a tear dropped on there, and I remember the ink smeared. When I see ink smear, it's like, to this day, I think, man, I remember that day. And then the nurse said, can I get one? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then she turned around, she's like, well, who are you? I just did it because, you know, he was doing it. And like my brother, my best friend lost his arm in the accident. You know what I mean? He was a karate guy. He lost his arm. He was on a respirator. My brother's in it. It just was wrong timing. Then you have a whole other side of Make-A-Wish Foundation kids. They want to see you. Their last wish before they die is to see the White Ranger and the Green Ranger. And people would hear it, and I'll be like, I gotta go. I got to make these wishes, you know, come true. Saban, can't. We're filming, man. You got a life. And there's like 3 requests at the same time. And I'm like, so it built this wall of like this, oh God, I can't, I gotta try to satisfy everybody, even on Facebook, you know. And then if they give me a problem, then just be banned, you know what I mean? Like banned. Like I don't even deal with the negative issue ones. But it's very hard on that side. So I never really was like, famous, because the fame comes more of those issues.
Before you got cast for Power Rangers, used to say that you were actually almost casted for VR Troopers. Is that true?
Yeah, after the Green Ranger sold, then they sold the VR Troopers off the popular show Green Ranger, and then they sold it, and then it just didn't happen, which, you know, I'm glad.
I'm meeting my idol for the first time and I'm loving it. First time at DragonCon I get to meet my idol. It's okay, I accept it.
My name is Emma and I came all the way from Ireland just to meet Tommy the Power Ranger.
Hi, my name is Eva and I'm with Emma.